Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about awareness, your awareness and where it is on any particular subject, on everything, all of the time. Where is your awareness? Because it's your awareness that holds you back, the awareness that is not in line with what it is that you want. And your awareness, you could find there's not much awareness around it because you're just getting on with your day and not thinking about it that often. But mostly what you'll find when you're not manifesting is that your awareness of the situation is what you're seeing in 3D reality. You are awareness. That's all you are at the end of the day. That is all we are. In a short, I spoke about becoming silent and not engaging with your thoughts. Just letting your thoughts be there, sitting there for 2 minutes and just not engaging with them at all, sort of imagining them around the outside of you. In that moment, you are still aware of your surroundings. Nothing has changed really, apart from the fact that you have just become you as conscious awareness in that moment. You're not engaging with anything, but you're still aware of everything because you are awareness. So you imagine if your awareness on a particular situation is that you don't have it, most of the time you are aware that you don't have this. And that is where your conscious awareness sits around it, that particular subject. I don't have it. I've been trying really hard. I've put in this effort, nothing has happened. That is why dropping expectation of all manifestation is key. And I don't mean giving up hope and just being depressed because you can't do this. I don't mean that. I mean living life, knowing what you want, getting clarity on what you want, instructing your subconscious mind, this is what I want, and then getting on with your life and dropping the effort of manifestation. I don't actively manifest anything anymore, because when I did that, I was constantly looking out for it, constantly wondering where it was. Might go a few days and not wondering, stay in that good state, and then it would come back. I would drop into that state of observation, the Zeno effect in quantum. I was observing 3D reality as it was without this thing in it, whatever it was. And so, for example, when I wanted to change my career, I was acutely aware all of the time that nothing was shifting, that I was still in the same position. So I started to dislike what I was doing even more because I wasn't doing what I wanted to be doing. So my conscious awareness was, I don't like this, I really don't want to do this anymore. I want to shift, I want to move, I want to be a writer, but nothing is happening. How do I do that? I'm affirming and no opportunities are coming my way, nothing is going on. That was my conscious awareness. Was that. So I got to a point where I just dropped everything. I literally dropped manifestation and just thought, sod it, I can't do it. I know it's a thing, but I can't do it, and that's that. And it was at that point that everything started to change. It was that point that I finally woke up to, why are you trying to be an author? Why are you leaping? Why are you trying to run before you can walk? I haven't even written anything yet. What's going on? What do you think? Think about the logic in that. You've written nothing, and yet you expect some major opportunities to sort of fall in your lap. I had written something. That's not strictly true, but I hadn't written anything that I'd put out there. And suddenly my own logic escaped me, and I thought, I don't really understand what you're thinking here. So I tweaked it to, I want to be a writer. And then I thought, well, I could submit some articles. And so I started feeling differently in that moment. My conscious awareness shifted from not having to, oh, maybe this is possible. My conscious awareness I was in a different state. The me that is conscious awareness was in a different state around the subject. And it was just 3 days later when I met a journalist randomly and we started talking, and it basically, to cut a long story short, I ended up writing for him, and he paid me such a decent amount of money because I did such a lot of writing for him that I could afford to drop some of the other work I was doing. And that only happened when I gave up, as in gave up the toil, gave up the try, gave up everything for a period of time really, and came back to it, but knowing that doing was not my thing. Doing did not work for me. Affirming or anything that involved sitting down and actually taking some internal action did not work for me. And I learned, and I kind of knew that all that time really, but I thought that's what I had to do, I was supposed to do. And then I just thought, you're not supposed to do anything, because look, when you didn't do anything, this happened. And my whole life started to change. Really, I had a massive shift all in one go, and then it was like a domino effect after that where things changed. So whenever I go back to doing, because sometimes I can get tricked by my mind into thinking I have to do, I go, no, it doesn't work for you, it didn't work for you then, it isn't going to work for you now, stop it. I mean, maybe that's an assumption that I need to work on, but Actually not doing is way easier. And I see not doing as actually doing. So I don't see not doing as just giving up and not taking any action. My not doing is taking action. That is my version of action. The not doing, the getting clear on what I want, the dropping it into the supercomputer, my superconscious that I call God most of the time, and letting it get on with it, especially if there's any resistance around it. I cannot get involved. If I get involved when there's resistance, there isn't going to be any good place that's going to go. It's not going to go in the direction I want, so I have to let go of it. So when people do say to me that they've been manifesting for years and nothing has changed, it's always going to be down to the conscious awareness, to your conscious awareness. Where is it on all of those subjects? Where is it in general? And then to be honest with yourself and go, actually, that's where it is. Yeah, I might have been manifesting for a bit. I might have even detached for a bit, but mostly I'm consciously aware that I don't have this. So you are, I don't have this. If we are what we feel, then you are, I do not have this. So you have to look at it and go, okay, I want this. How big do I feel the gap is between where I am now and that? There isn't a big gap, but you may feel there is. And if you feel there is, that is going to hold you back. How can I change it? Like with me, how could I change that intent slightly? And I changed it from being an author, which I am now, but which I didn't feel was possible then, and to changing it and then finally being that, but going down a slightly different path. I didn't even really know what the path was that I was following, but I just felt momentum then. I felt the possibility. So if you're stuck in a trap or you can't get out of, you can't see where this particular thing is going to go or how you can move it, then look at changing it. It doesn't mean that you are dumbing down your intent. What you're doing is you're taking a slightly different route, you're taking a diversion, but you need that diversion because the bloody road is closed. You have no choice. Let's do something about it and shift your conscious awareness on the subject. So with me, when I did that about the writing, I felt different. My conscious awareness was, oh, this could be the way. Maybe this will be the way. That's a massive difference. You may think that's not huge, but it was huge because it changed everything. So look at where your conscious awareness is, look at changing that, and you can do it. There'll be a way. There's a solution for all of us. There's a solution for everything in life. Absolutely everything. Even if you feel there's not, just be open to there being a solution. The solution will come to you, and it may be changing your intent slightly for the time being. So I changed mine, but it came to what I wanted, but without me having to try at all. It just naturally went that way. But your conscious awareness cannot be stuck in this, I don't have this, I am disappointed, I'm frustrated, manifestation doesn't work. Manifestation works all of the time, and what you're doing is holding it now with your conscious awareness is you don't have it. Well, it's working wonderfully for you, isn't it? Because you don't have it. Just look at something different. You cannot change anything if you don't change something. And I remind myself of this sometimes, because sometimes I do get stuck in a loop. It's not normally with the big things. It's normally with the ridiculous things that I get stuck in a loop with. And then I notice and think, what are you doing? What are you doing? This loop, it doesn't go anywhere. You've got to break it. So I have to break it. But again, I believe most coaches will be the same. I don't think all coaches have got this down. And because I'm learning all of the time. Every single day I learn something. Might be a small thing. It's normally about myself, and I think, oh my God, and I'll wake up to something that I've been doing that I haven't even noticed. But really speaking, it's as simple as this. Your conscious awareness is what you are going to see in 3D reality, and your awareness of a subject is only your perception, it's only your perspective. It isn't real. Nothing is real. I mean, it is real. What we see, when people say reality isn't real, that doesn't work for me, because I think, well, it is real because we can see it, so it's real to us. So whether it's actually real or we're just a bit of code, it doesn't make a jot of difference, does it? If it's real to you, it's real, but it can be bent, it can be manipulated, it can be changed. Your conscious awareness of a situation changing will change that situation. Right, thank you so much for watching. I'm an author, manifestation coach, mindset coach. Just to remind you that I did say this in the last video, my books will be being sold on my website within the next couple of weeks. I've taken them down, I've unpublished them from Amazon purely because I'm limited to not being able to sell them anywhere else. And I thought, it's stupid. I've got a website. The difference in the amount I sell will probably be negligible. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, thank you again for watching.